Hey dudes, the Average Uploader here, bringing you another mod spotlight video for Fallout 3. Today's video is going to feature 4 mods because I haven't made one in a while and I figured why not. I think this is going to be how I'm going to do things from now on. I'm going to either make a video with 4 or 5 smaller mods or one video with one big mod that I go into complete detail in. So, the first mod today, jumping right in, is the Wandering Giant mod made by Sedo4494 of the Nexus forums. Now, what this one does is it adds a, well, in the description anyway, it says it adds a giant who randomly wanders the wasteland. The chances of actually seeing him aren't huge. I've only seen him once. He's pretty powerful, but he avoids major areas. Now, you can see on the video here, I found one, and then I spawned quite a few more in, and there's a nice picture there. Okay, so I found this guy and I went invisible. And I crept up on him to see what was what. Now, the giant is actually very rare. The chances of spawning him are little. I did use console commands to spawn a few in. By nature, he seems to be very protective, you know. He kind of runs away a lot, but he's not afraid to get into battle, and he will attack anything on sight. As you've already seen, he will attack other giants as well. He speaks just like a normal dude, and he's very big. He has twigs growing out of his back and has the sledgehammer as his default weapon. When I crept up to him, I noticed that I could not pick his pockets, and yeah, I'm gonna go giant hunting. See those shots being fired there at him as he swings his hammer at me in slow motion. But yeah, pretty simple mod, very, very nice. If you want just little Easter eggs as you're roaming the wasteland, makes it worthwhile. And also, you'll notice this guy has a lot of health. Now, I was just doing a test here. Nuka-Cola bombs or Nuka grenades are very, 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 very harmful. And this guy, as you will see, can take a lot of them. So, maybe if you're a high-level player, you know, you've beat the game and you're wandering around and there's not really much of a challenge because raiders are always the same difficulty and rad scorpions and mole rats, etc. But what if you come across one of these guys? Now, there's no actual way to search him once he's killed as of yet. He doesn't actually have anything on him, but it's a nice challenge, you know, you get some experience from killing him. And you'll see here, I'm just throwing these bombs and they explode, and it doesn't do much damage, actually. He has a lot of health. I think I threw a good 100 of these things at him. I edited some of the footage out, but I threw a good 100 of these at him, and he ended up on one little bar of health there in the VAT screen. But yeah, he's very resilient, very, very hard to find, and very cool, I think. The second mod I'm going to be reviewing is called Holographic Armor for Fallout 3. It was made by a guy called StrykZ on the end, and what it is a suit that emits holographic power armor which provides additional defense against incoming attacks. It also comes with a device that can emit the holographic version of the power armor without actually wearing any armor, and it comes in 6 different colors: blue, orange, purple, red, yellow, and white.
Who the hell are you? And what do you think you're
I'm
doing?
going to open up console commands and kill you.
You a wise ass? Or just...
Yeah, now I'm definitely going to do that. Okay, so this mod requires the Operation Anchorage DLC. It is found in the reward chamber of the Anchorage DLC, as we'll go on a little adventure and find. And yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good in my opinion. I only choose mods that I actually like. It's got a few flaws. You can see there I'm naked upon entry. That sounded so weird. Yeah, so it requires the actual Anchorage DLC, and it's found in the reward chamber, which is at the Outcast Outpost. So I'm just going to open the door. Obviously, you have to actually complete the DLC to get it. I didn't. I just used console commands like the cheaty person I am, but you can do it properly. Okay, so you open up this trunk, and there is all of the items. There's static holo generator, companion, hologarm emitters. Yeah, the guy made a typo there. Not too impressed by that. So I took it all, and I'm going to show you what to do. Now, how you use it is it cannot be produced, or the hologram, sorry, cannot be produced with only the helmet. You actually have to wear the suit, or you have to activate this static holo generator thing. So what you do is you make sure that the top 2 are activated, the hologram emitter, and this establishes a link with the generator on your suit. Then all you have to do is choose a color suit to wear and choose a helmet to wear. and they will pulsate in that color. And basically what it is just a reskinned Chinese stealth suit. So if I come out of the Pip-Boy and show you in just a second, you can see that the damage resistance is not great, the weight is not great, their value is very high, which is good. So I'm going to put one of these on. I think I'm going to go for purple. So you'll see there the link with the generator is lost when you actually unequip the top two, and then you can re-equip them and it says that the link with the generator is established. Now you can actually activate the static holo generator without actually wearing the Chinese stealth suit, so it means you can have holograms on any armor. However, I prefer the stealth suit simply because it glows and it looks cool, so that's what I'm going to show off. So yeah, all you have to do is choose one and then equip it and come out and have a look at yourself and roam around like the cool guy you are. So I'm going to choose the armor and the helmet, purple here. And yep, you can see there I am very purple, very glowy. Now if you press page up, it actually turns off the hologram, and if you click page down on your keyboard, it takes off the helmet. And that can be used just if you want to quickly untoggle the actual effects, or if you just don't want the hologram to emit anymore. Taking off the helmet also ruins the link. Don't know why they would put a keyboard shortcut on for taking off the helmet. Don't know if that was actually already in the game, but yeah, that's how it works. If you crouch, it no longer actually goes invisible, which is unfortunate. But I suppose you get a cool effect nonetheless. So you can see there, I'm very red, and yeah, the hologram will turn on for the helmet if it's worn at the time of pressing the button. It must be turned off, everything must be turned off before you can actually unequip the armor, which is a bit weird. But yeah, there it is, pretty cool mod, and I enjoyed it. If you screw up and try to put the armor into a container while the hologram is active, you have to press page down to reset everything, then re-equip, which is a bit weird. But yeah, so it's not without its bugs, but pretty cool mod nonetheless. Just a quick side note for that mod is something that I didn't actually get to record, is the companion holo armor actually functions how you'd expect. It allows your companions in Fallout 3 to emit the same color holo armor you are emitting, provided that they have the holo generator for companions on their person. So that's just something cool to note. Okay, so the third mod I'm going to be reviewing today is called the FEV Horror SuperMutants mod by SkarmonyX. It is a reskin of all of the current vanilla textures of the SuperMutants. You can also download an extra pack that replaces the Overload textures from Broken Steel, and the last pack aimed at replacing the textures in the current version of Modogen's Mutant mod, as if they weren't scary enough. Anyway, you can see these creepy guys. If they weren't scary enough for you, then definitely get this mod. Yeah, they're terrifying now, even more so, with their really weird and deformed faces with their eyes. Oh, it's gives me shivers. Yeah, so I went in order there. There was the that's the Super Mutant Master. Before that was the Super Mutant Brute and the original Super Mutant. Next up is the Super Mutant Overlord. Ugh. Yeah, I froze them all in place to do this. But yeah, look at these guys. They're just terrifying. I mean, if they were coming at you and it was nighttime, you'd be really scared. And there's the behemoth there with his skulls around his chest. And you know, I mean, having this mod on, I've already forgotten what the original textures were, but this is definitely worse. In a good way, of course. Creepy though. And there's his back there, you can see the cages. So I got a bit tired of looking at these guys, and I decided I just wanted them off the face of the earth, so I unfroze them and tried to kill them. And I forgot how strong Super Mutant Behemoths were. So, especially without armor, I did not stand a chance. But yeah, kind of a good mod if you really like creepy stuff. I don't know. Definitely unique enough to deserve a place in this video. The fourth and final mod feature in this video is called Unarmed Rearmed by GymE and LEIT. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that properly. And what it does is it aims to actually bring unarmed combat back into the combat of the game, because you don't really use unarmed combat that much, or at least I didn't in my playthrough, and it aims to make it a bit cooler and a bit stronger. You can see there I'm in my athletic outfit, athlete of the wastes, getting ready for this mod in all of its strenuous activity. But what it does is it replaces the current punching and unarmed fighting animations with some very cool kung fu style moves. I kid you not. So you'll see there when I go to whip out my fists, I make a come at me bro gesture, and oh, I don't know, everything about this mod oozes cool. You know, look at that, come at me. Yeah, so it replaces the punching animation, the actual getting your fists out animation. It replaces trying to hit while walking backwards, trying to hit while walking forwards, holding hit, you know, the charged up move, like that there, hitting while moving left and hitting while moving right, which most of those things, even though I said hitting, actually entail kicking. Yeah, as you'd expect from a kung fu style mod. So yeah, I'm up on Timpani Tower, and just to get you a good view of some of the animations unhindered, I tried jumping and doing them. Didn't quite work out that time, but it works this time, you'll see. I'll do that animation, and yeah, you'll see there the kick, and there's the jumping kick, and there's me dying again. You know, that's always good. Okay, so I kind of lied. There is another mod that I'm using right now, and it is the centered overhead third-person camera mod. Now, this mod is very cool because it actually puts you in the middle, which is great because it's, you know, it's what you'd want really. So yeah, the centered overhead third-person camera mod, made by a guy called PimpBot420. Brilliant name. And yeah, it just moves the targeting icon to be centered above the player's head in third-person view. So I thought it was good for this mod. It actually said in the mod description for the Unarmed Rearmed mod that it works well with this third-person view because you can actually see your character in the middle. So I'm picking a fight on this Sergeant RL3. He's absolutely destroying me, but I am working my moves on him. You can see my cool fighting kicks there, and now he's setting me on fire. I'm not going to cheat. Yep, no, I'm staying alive, legitimately. But you see there the jumping kicks, and it just looks pretty cool, you know. If you get yourself well equipped with some armor and some stim packs, you can easily take on the world. And of course a good unarmed fighting skill, that'd be pretty good. You can see it there, just doing the weird kicks as this guy sets me on fire. Probably not best used on robots, but you know, that's just how it goes. I don't think he actually modified the sound files, but it would be pretty cool if we could hear some every time he did his chops. I also think it would be better if when he punched, maybe he could actually chop instead. That would be my only criticism of the mod, but otherwise a very well-rounded thing. You can see that really cool spin kick was when I tried to kick while going backwards, or punch rather, I don't even know, try to attack. And actually kicked his flamethrower upwards there, and it shot into his face. So yeah, 4 out of 5 maybe? I don't know. Very good mod. And as always, I will leave the links to all of these mods this episode in the description. Now, before I go, I wanted to do something a little bit different. After I've reviewed all these mods, I wanted to go over some form of dev tool. You know, something that would help a modder or somebody wanting to get into actually making mods. So today I'm going to be reviewing the README mod. Basically, or the README Maker mod, it just lets you make a README, and it's a very clean interface, very nice. It has all of the details that you'd want. Now, I would prefer to do this myself because I'm very nitpicky and I like to add my own style of things, but I must admit I would use it if I was in a rush, or I don't know, if I just wanted to get it over and done with, you know, because READMEs aren't exactly that important. Nobody really cares if you have loads of ACSIZII art in it, you know. Nobody wants to see big Pikachus made out of text. Well, I do, but not in READMEs. It's not really necessary. So you'll see there it has mod title, file name, author, contents, version info, introduction, installation, requirements and compatibility, uninstallation, location, notes, credit, and legal. And that's really all you'd need for a README file. So once you've actually wrote everything in it, about everything that you need to write in it, you can click the generate or update button and it will show you your README file, and then you can save it or copy the text into a different location. And yeah, it's just pretty nice. The guy who made this is called Dreadwalker101. He says in his description that he made it in between hours on a class at his school, and he aims to increase the functionality and make it more pretty by adding optional skins. So yeah, he says if anybody would like to make a request to this program, issue them now or soon, as he is going to rework it and make it easy to incorporate everybody's ideas, which is always nice. So you'll see there I generated it and it has made my README file, and it looks pretty nice, and it's all you'd ever need. So yeah, As always, I'm just your average guy who makes videos, and this mod spotlight video took me a while to make, so if you wouldn't mind clicking that like button, I'd be much appreciated. Join me next time as I go over more mods to enrich your Fallout experience.